Greetings, redheads. Thank you for joining me in another edition of your favorite show, the one, the only Reds View. Of course, I am your gracious host, the one and only J Red. Before I begin this video, as usual, per usual, make sure that you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button because we love to get those subs up and we like those likes, those comments, and those shares, even if it's something negative. I don't even care. Go ahead, just comment. I love that traction. I love the discussion, whether you agree with me or whether you do not. All right. Hit that subscribe button, all that good stuff. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it without any further ado. So, the moment that we've all been waiting for, the moment we've all been waiting for since Jermaine Cole backed out of the battle, man, he finally dropped the fall off this past Friday, Thursday night, however late you stayed up. So, it came out. It has some mixed reviews. It has some great reviews. Some people liked it. Some people didn't like it. Some people loved it. Some people didn't love it. But guess what? We're going to be here to talk about what Jay Red thinks. This is Red's View. Okay. Now, for those who are subscribed to my other channel with my homie CJ, who gave you a podcast, we just released episode 12 yesterday. And me and him had commentary about this. But on my solo show, we're going to talk about this because I ain't going to leave y'all hanging. Okay. All right. So I have to say, after listening to the fall off, this is undeniably J. Cole's best body of work. Oh, yes, I said it. This is J. Cole's best album, uncontested. Well, I ain't gonna say uncontested, but this is J. Cole's best album. Yes, even over Forest Hills Drive. Oh, yeah. This double disc album, The Fall Off, is his best offering. Seventh album, and there's several reasons behind it. I didn't just dig that out my ass. I'm really serious, man. Now I know it's been getting some mixed reviews and stuff like that, but I'm like, are we hearing the same album? Now listen, I think some of it is hate because a lot of us are still disappointed after the tragic backing out that he did at Dreamville Fest a couple of years ago. I'm still hurt by that, but I went into this album not knowing what to expect. He's been promoting this literally for like the last 10 years. And I wasn't even looking forward to it after a while. Like after he backed out the battle, I ain't gonna lie, I was like done. You know what I'm saying? Because of I have several videos explaining why. But when I heard this album, I was highly impressed, man. This fall off album. See, this is the thing. J. Cole's superpower is when he digs into the introspective reflection of Fayetteville. When he talks about Fayetteville and growing up in Fayetteville, that's always his superpower. If you've noticed, the story, the hood tales of him being a good kid in a mad city. See, that's why I say that the fall off is J. Cole's version of Good Kid, Mad City. Now, with this album, it's a double disc. The first disc is called 29, and the reason he named that is because he's talking about his perspective of when he visited Fayetteville, North Carolina, when he was 29 years old. The second disc is called 39. So when he visited Fayetteville, North Carolina, when he was 39 years old, and his perspectives. And let me tell you something, the concept from the beginning to the end, it's so cohesive, it's fluid. The production is top tier, something that we don't really hear from J. Cole albums like that. Normally, the problem I've had is he did his own beats and his production is dry. However, that doesn't mean that the songs aren't good. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing I've ran into the problems with J. Cole is his mixtapes have replay value, but not so much his albums, besides like Forest Hill Drive and maybe another one. But with this album, he really took me on a journey of what it was like in Fayetteville, what went on in Fayetteville, all the fakes, the phonies, the people who supported him. Man, it's so many tracks on here, and I haven't even digested it all. And that's one of the reasons I love double albums, is because those are two albums that you have to listen to. Now, one thing I wanted to note too is that this album really didn't have that many skips. Me and my homie CJ was talking about this. We were saying that we had fear that if he didn't have any features on here, that he was going to run into the problem of us just being too bored with him, because you know how J. Cole, they always say he makes sleepy music, Holiday Inn music. Not this case. I think he really reached his peak artistically from his harmonies, the way that he was composing the songs, how all the songs flowed right into each other. He's playing with different flows. When you think about like the greats in hip hop. He's rapping like Biggie. He's rapping like Pac. He's rapping like Crazy Bone Thugs and Harmony. He's rapping like Eminem. It's a track where he's rapping like Nas, because most of it is all storytelling tracks. I mean, the whole thing is storytelling tracks, to be honest. And I don't know if we've ever had a double album like this that. Well, no, we have, because Kendrick Lamar did Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, but just the way this is just cohesive and sonically it sounded so good. Now the thing is, what I said was the reason why some people may think that this album wasn't that good was because I think people were expecting it to be that whole glorified I'm the greatest. You know what I'm saying? They were probably expecting a lot of club bangers. I don't know what they were expecting all the way, but I'm thinking that from him leading into the fall off, it was I'm hopping on every verse and I'm killing the features. I'm killing these features. I'm hopping on these other rappers' song and killing these dudes on their song and everything like that. So I think that people were expecting those showcase standout rap skill verses, and this was more so him showcasing his artistic side. That's what I got from it, man. It's so many. It's like the samples that he used were amazing. It's a solid body of work, man. When you look at the disc 29, I mean, well, disc 129, and it's called disc 29, man. Like he opens it up with 2-6, and he samples the last Mr. Big. Shout out to Mobile, Alabama, where I'm from. He goes into safety. Safety is talking about his perspective where he had a homosexual friend that ended up dying. Dying from I'm assuming HIV or something like that. He's giving his perspective on that, and then the features that he got. The features are uncredited, but he has Future on 2 songs. He got Future on Run a Train, and he got Future on Bunts Roll Blues. He even has Tim's on the same track. He has Petey Pablo on a track too. Petey Pablo's on a track on the disc 2 Old Dog. Man, this is a phenomenal album. My favorites, man, it's hard to decide, but one that stands out to me is Life Sentence for sure, because that's about marrying, your significant other, somebody's that's been there with you through the thick and thin. That Who the F is You, Legacy, Poor Thing. When whoever he's going off on Poor Thing, he's talking about some artist that's from Fayetteville that was talking ish about him, you know what I'm saying? And then he's going in on them on that third verse. Crazy. But man, it's so many songs on here, man. There's just different perspective tracks. And I heard some people saying that it was mid and all this. And I'm like, how is it mid? Don't we complain about J. Cole not having good production? And he has it on here and you still complaining? Like, I love this album. And yes, I think it's better. I put it number 1 right now. I know it's too soon, but I just got to say it, man. Like, I don't think that there's been a J. Cole album that grabbed me the way that this one did. He's had mixtapes that have done that, but Forest Hill Drive was the only one before this that made me just feel J. Cole all the way. Pause. But with Forest Hill Drive, it has some skippable tracks on there like that. Get off my dick. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that was a cool track, but man, he's perfected his skills. And I just like just the samples that he used. Like the samples didn't sound lazy. Like on the song, one of my other favorite songs is the what's this one called? Bombs in the Ville, and then slash Hit the Gas. When Bombs in the Ville comes on, it's real good, something for the ladies, and then Hit the Gas comes on and it's really something smooth. And he incorporates the What's Your Fantasy Ludacris track up in that, man. It's crazy, man. It's really a real entertaining album. But I wouldn't call it the fall off. I would have called this album Fayetteville Farewell or Fayetteville, something Fayetteville, because I felt Fayetteville, North Carolina when I heard this album. And like I said, man, I was disappointed, very highly disappointed when he backed out of the battle, but he made up. See, the thing is, the direction he went into on this album, I liked it. I like the way he did that, because him showing his artistic side doesn't make you forget about that situation. Doesn't make you forget about him backing out to Kendrick in the battle. But what it does do is reflect of how much of a skilled artist that he is. The composing of his harmonies, it's like everything that you may have been critical about J. Cole for, he nailed it on this album. And I'm talking about through and through. It's so good because I can't really get off of the first disc just yet because I just want to play that back a lot. And I'm going on a road trip back to Mobile this weekend when we do when I go there for Mardi Gras, the birthplace of Mardi Gras. And I can't wait to just play this with my lady and just let this play all the way through. It's 24 tracks, man. This is just solid, man. And see, me as a big avid hip-hop listener, it just makes me appreciate it. And I know I gave J. Cole flack. I'm still giving you flack because I'm not, I'm still not a happy camper of you bowing out of the battle. But I can say, man, if this is your last album, Cole, phenomenal job all through and through. You showcase your artistic side, and I think this is J. Cole perfected, man. If he puts out another body of work, I'm definitely interested. But I'm glad that there's no braggadocious type of tracks on here because I wasn't gonna be able to take that serious because he started worrying me with that mixtape that he dropped, the Birthday Blizzard. You know how I felt about that. But this is hands down the best J. Cole album that I've ever heard. And I know some of you in the comments are going to disagree with me, but let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think this is the best J. Cole album ever? Is it number 2, number 3? I know it got to be number 2 and number 3. If you put Forest Hill Drive above it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad at it. But man, this is like 2 Forest Hill Drives, in my opinion. This album sounds like 2 Forest Hill Drives put together. Man, phenomenal. But y'all let me know in the comments what did you think about that, and